Hi.
Hello.
So this is Octopath Traveler. This is the second time I'm actually doing this today, but and now it's for Valuethon, and with me I have Mamgar and Jello,
The Jello.
the Jello
What did
of
I do to deserve thee?
the Galdera fame of the RPG Limit Break runner
Oh,
of something, and also all side stories JP or XP times 100 world champion.
world champion.
World champion.
Should put that in my Twitter bio.
Seems legit. Alright, so Cyrus won the bid war. So we're gonna start with Cyrus, and we're gonna do things a little bit differently from a few previous runs I've done. We're gonna determine who the next character is after Cyrus's chapter 1 is complete, and then each chapter 1 will find out who the next character is, so on and so forth. So you still want your favorite character to get in the party, you still have a few moments to get that sorted out. So I guess with that in mind, I guess we'll get started here. And Mamgar, why don't you count us down?
Again?
Yeah, that's just you. It's your thing.
Alright. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, I hit the right button this time. Alright, so the idea behind For Traveler Fiesta is that it's kind of based on the Final Fantasy V for Job Fiesta. In this, normally what I would do is I would roll 4 random characters and then beat the Chapter 4 of whoever was first in line. But we're doing it from donations here, so Cyrus is first, and I don't know who's next. I think Haunted was next in line. And if you've watched any Octopath runs before, the first chapter here isn't going to be much different from any of the Cyrus single stories, or even the Galdera run, because they start with Cyrus.
I'm excited for the Whistlewood.
I'm excited for Russell.
I'm excited
always
for
excited.
Solo Cyrus.
Oh, hey!
Yeah,
Hi,
if you
Forrest.
don't know anything.
Yeah, is this a real run on if you aren't poisoning Yvonne to death?
Listen, it worked.
Okay. Oh no, which one is it? But of course.
All I know is Dahlia has like a new strat for Cyrus chapter 1. That's like,
Yeah, I think they like
Apparently
grab a
better.
Thunder Soul Stone or
but I have no
something.
idea how it works. Well, I have the general idea of how it works. I've just never done it.
Yeah, I don't know what it is either, so I'm just gonna
Is
be stuck in my ways and just do it the way I know.
Listen, the way that you know is the best way. You just have to get lucky.
So I'm picking up
What is
a
it?
few Soul Stones, which is a damage item, and then this Quartz Rod, which will increase the my magic attack for Cyrus. Without that, I'm not going to be able to kill the Chapter 1 boss in the way I want. So Cyrus Chapter 1 is kind of loaded with a lot of things. These Ice Sentinels provide a lot of JP. I think they provide the most JP in a Chapter 1 area, or something like that, or it's one that's readily available.
Yeah, they're very common and they give 5 each. Plus, like, you need the levels for HP for Russell. You could probably do Russell without it, but you'd need to heal.
And normally with other characters I'd be running away from these encounters, but And we need that sweet XP and JP. Oh my god. Oh, look who it is.
Mr. Bones!
Mr. Bones. We don't like him.
It's Sans Undertale.
Do.
Dude, okay,
Be gone. All
so-
of ye be gone.
give me the Wii Shop channel Megalovania remix so I can put it on stream next time Mr. Bones shows up. Oh, look who it is! Where is it?
He gives you 4 JP, and he's tougher and harder to defeat than everything else.
I don't have it. I can't do it. It's hard to look at Discord and play this game at the same time. There's no
Yeah,
way
this
it
is
would.
not- It's not the me channel, but the number of dudes keeps increasing.
I was about to say, it wasn't going to throw 3 Mr. Bones at me at the same time, was it?
I mean, there's only 2 skeletons in that. Not 2.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Oh, that's big Undertale spoilers. Sorry.
Alright, this fight's, something. I want to try and kill both the ads here. And hopefully I roll high enough numbers.
If I remember correctly, 81, 82 is pretty dang good.
I don't even remember what the numbers are, so...
I think
So
it's
either they
like-
kill them or they don't. Now that 223 doesn't look inviting, though.
Yeah, the 23 is
have-
bad.
Yeah, the 23 is gonna live, I think.
It's basically just trying to avoid needing to heal.
I'm gonna have to heal this turn because of this turn order.
Which might not sound like that big of a loss, but it's like getting a good wrestle versus or a bad wrestle is like a minute difference. It's kind of actually silly.
You don't know who you put the vid on? Oh no. Alright, that'll take care of that. And now I'm about to eat a firewall. I'm probably gonna have to heal a second time, actually. Oh. I probably should, just in case. I got a free turn here anyway. The hardest part of this fight is not accidentally using the medium soul stone.
The medium soulstone, it will kill him, but you don't want to use it yet.
Alright, so Russell is down. I need to know who the next character I'm picking up is. Ulbrich is next, okay. Well, that's kind of good news for Lucia. It means I can have Insight and Sidestep on the same character and don't have to use Apothecary strats. Let's see, I teach Lightning Blast. Yeah, I do. Okay. So, the next step in an Octopath run, whether it's single story, Fiesta, Galdera, or whatever, you get an evasive maneuvers. And it's conveniently a scholar skill, and Cyrus is a scholar, so we don't have to do any weird running around to get Scholar Shrine or anything like that. I just tried to learn whatever the Scholar Divine is.
That would be elephants.
Yeah, elephants.
Exactly.
Elephant's Enlightenment.
Just drop an elephant on your enemy.
Yeah, no big deal. Alright, who wants to explain the Whistlewood?
Frog's bad, bug good.
Thank you.
I appreciate that.
Well, there's only one situation where Bug bad, but it's because Frog is mega bad.
Frog bad.
Let's hear it, chat. Frog bad, Bug good, Frog bad.
I still have so much to learn.
The frogs like to flex on you.
They know they're gonna
Entire
win.
turn.
You know, actually, the worst encounter is Mamgar's Twitter avatar.
Hold up. Don't call me out like this.
I'm calling you out like this. Hey, look,
I have
Bugs.
to check what his Twitter avatar is now. I'm not nearly on Twitter enough for this.
It's pretty cursed.
Bug good.
Bug good. Bug very good. Bug give me over 100 JP. Let's see, I
Wow.
believe it's Firestorm.
That's an insane Twitter avatar. I'm glad I missed the bugs for it.
No, I already equipped it. What am I thinking? So yeah, now that I got evasive maneuvers, I can just basically go wherever I want. I don't know if I'm gonna get Tressa, so I'm just gonna go pick up the Soul Stone here in Noble Court. I don't even remember if Cyrus picks this one up or not. I don't think, Oh wait, no, she gives the Soul Stone. I've played this game before. Honest.
I think you played it this morning.
It was my first time playing it. I hope they were impressed. This 70% guy always gives me the business, no matter what.
Getting one of the two screen eyes is easy, but getting both of them is it's actually impossible. And then you have to get bugs on top of that.
Yeah.
And then you have to get a good Russell on top of that. And then you have to
Yeah.
hit the BG on top of that.
And then you gotta not die traveling across the entire world. And that's called Dare in a nutshell, actually.
You know, if you have superstitions about Pokemon percentages not being what they are, well then you'll feel right at home in Octopath. The 30% are actually 80%, and the 70% are actually 20%. And depending on who you ask, the 99% collect is actually impossible.
I have failed so many 99% collects. It is just unreal.
Did you know that Lock of the Lost King has encounters? Because I did, twice.
It does not. Stop
They do-
spreading lies.
They do not exist.
You cannot get an encounter in there. It's impossible. I've never seen it happen. Not once, not ever.
Well, let's see, I'm debating about picking up Ulrich right now, or saving until after I get a few more things. I kinda want to get a couple medium soul stones, because I don't know if a Thunder L is enough to kill Gaston and his cronies. Do we even do Ulbrich's second in any of the single stories?
I have. And trust that.
Oh yeah. Is a Thunder L enough to kill him?
Yes.
Alright, I guess we'll just go pick up Ulbrich since I have the ability to do so now. And I'm gonna tag Ripple-Tide just in case.
He has 3,047 HP, which is 1 L.
So if you're looking to determine who the third character is gonna be, probably gonna be a minute or two. A couple minutes, and then we'll be cutting that off once we free Ulbrich from his prison at Cobblestone. Or I guess Berg is the name.
Berg's the name, 1,000 Spears is my game. It'd be very helpful. 1,000 Spears is like the best ability in the game because it doesn't care about evasion.
So, like, would if Berg was selling burgers, would the pickle burger be 1,000 pickle spears?
Okay, so for one, you don't put pickle spears on burgers. You put like pickle chips on burgers.
Okay, what's the second thing? You said for one.
There wasn't a second thing. I'm just saying for one. For one.
For one burger.
If there's a list of one thing, it is still a list.
Can't really disprove you there at the moment. If I go look on the internet right now for an argument to debate that, I'd have to stop speedrunning. And we're all about going fast, or at least pretending to go fast. Well, you see, there is a place nearby me that sells a pickle burger. They just kind of go nuts with it.
Now,
Pickles are a C tier condiment.
Probably.
I see that right now.
I gotta go.
But I think onions are an A tier condiment. So
No, what? Wait, what'd you say onions were?
Onions.
A tier.
What? Oh, yeah. I'm not a fan of the onions unless they are fried. So maybe I'm just uncultured. Whenever onions are on anything, I can only taste the onions and nothing else.
I will not fail.
Either way, Gaston.
Now you see him.
Have a taste.
So you performed 2 Wage Ken skips today.
I
think
did.
That's pretty impressive.
With each battle, I grow stronger.
I'm also gonna perform the salamander skip again, well, hopefully.
Are you sure about that?
Well, it depends on what my party looks like. Speaking of my party, who's next? On it. Okay. This is looking familiar.
It is looking familiar.
Alright. You guys have until Haunted to decide my last character. But before we go visit Haunted, she's kind of very far away. We're gonna do the next thing that happens in an Octopath speedrun. You have evasive maneuvers, and it's time to just loot the overworld for all of its goodies. This is a little greedy. I guess it's probably not that greedy. I don't even know if I need that paw mess. It's just there, and it's convenient.
Bombs are good. They're helpful.
We're gonna take a drop by Stone Guard here. This is where Cyrus's chapter 3 is. But we don't have that unlocked, and I don't think Cyrus and Ulbrich are powerful enough yet to deal with it.
Well, actually,
Yes.
Let me tell you about how I spent 20 minutes poisoning Yvonne today.
In this thread, I will. One of question mark.
Yvonne happens to only deal physical attacks, so
I don't even know why I'm picking up the Warrior Shrine here since I have Ulbrich, but why not have more? Also, I'm avoiding encounters in Stone Guard so I don't get, so Buffalo Wild Wings doesn't pay me a visit.
Yeah, the Stone Guard screen is quite notorious. It is such a long screen, and you get encounters here all the freaking time unless you take lots of precautions. Like, you can just run right across the screen and it'll work 50% of the time, but the other 50% of the time you will get dumped on by Buffalo Wild.
Yeah, I think that screen is probably like the second most infamous screen out of us. But the
I think
first
it's-
being Winter Wood, obviously.
It's so bad that people try to route Stoneguard out of categories.
Like I think every single story visits that screen at least once. Just because of the merchant shrine being there. And the ones that skip it, actually, I think Therian still walks through it. I don't remember if Prim does or not. Actually, she
Walks
does.
through it.
Yeah, she does walk through it because she's going to Everhold. Could you imagine and just having Octopath encounters sponsored by different and restaurants? The Stone Guard encounter brought to you by DoorDash and fueled by Buffalo Wild Wings.
Each character is sponsored by.
Alphen would be sponsored by Arby's.
Wait,
I think Hana would be sponsored by Wendy's.
I don't know what she would be sponsored by. It would have to be a it would have to be a restaurant that prides themselves on being all natural and stuff.
Outback Steakhouse.
Oh,
Hold up now, buddy. I said all natural.
yeehaw. Right now we're just wandering around gathering money and supplies. There's a lot of money on the way over to the grain port here.
I'm scrutinizing that guy for free money too. Well, it'll eventually turn into free money.
Settle this like gentlemen.
I didn't know I was Hungry Box.
I think Trust is sponsored by Dairy Queen.
Oh, failed.
Are you sure? I think Ophelia's Dairy Queen.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Trust is probably TGI Fridays, honestly.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
TGI Fridays or Denny's, one or the other.
I think Therian is Denny's, honestly.
Therian would be like the cheap food.
No, Therian would be Denny's because you'd get in a bar fight at 2 a.m.
Denny's.
Yeah, why not?
This is another super infamous screen. Good old Grand Port.
Grand
I don't know if Ulbricht's high enough level to challenge that guy, so I'm just gonna assume that he isn't.
He's not.
It's 7.
Unless you like killed encounters and it wasn't like him.
Out of
Even if
curiosity, who's currently winning the bid war for the 4th slot? I'm not cutting it off yet, I'm just curious. Okay, yeah, Ulbricht can't challenge that guy, that's what I thought. You only need to be like level 5 to challenge him, apparently.
It's level 7. It's pretty.
I've done my
Oh no.
It's not hard to get the levels, but it's hard to get them.
We're getting honked.
You've
Wait,
been
hold up.
blessed.
If you had used 1,000 spears there and they had hit 8 times, 4 on each one, you could have broken, I think.
Maybe.
Yeah. That would be the legendary 8-hit 1,000 spears.
Wait, you just ran anyways, I just realized.
Yeah, I
That just
was
occurred
just
to
so
me.
surprised it happened. I didn't even know what to say.
Yeah, it looks so clean that I didn't even...
I don't even know if I need
Yes.
the Grand Port money, but I'm just tagging it just in case. And I'm gonna go loot lock and prove once and for all there are no monsters in there.
Today is the day.
I'd do it. It's gonna be like a UFO sighting on stream, except it'll be a lock encounter.
Might be rarer than a UFO sighting. How many people have said that they've seen an encounter in Locke?
That's true.
I have twice.
Yeah, but, you know, with UFO sightings, are they going to believe the same person twice?
Is there like a number of times you have to be abducted to?
I
Oh,
mean...
there's a pot mill there.
Yeah, there's a Palmel there. I grabbed that a lot in Fiesta.
How did you not know that Mister opened all the chests in the game?
When I opened all the chests in the game, I had the spurning ribbon. I know where they all are, at least.
See, no encounters whatsoever.
Doesn't exist.
Actually, I don't think I need to go here yet. So it's tied between Therian, Primrose, and Tressa, so I'm just gonna tag Sunshade just in case. Gotta go rescue Haunted.
Let's go rescue her from the rabbit thing, whatever Disarm is supposed to be.
The rabid... Yeah, what is Gisarma supposed to be?
It's a
Like
rabbit.
his armor.
So it's
Thanks.
it's the Pokemon excuse where they don't even... It's like, oh yeah, it's just one of these things, no big deal.
It's like how Rothwitner is Rothwitner.
Where were you
Oh.
earlier when we were running Affiliate? You weren't there to flex on us.
Oh, I didn't know Ophelia got chosen. I'm disappointed now.
What would the worst option be? Well, it depends on who you ask in the call right now. Primrose would be worse for Forest here.
You gotta get
I
Primrose
think
to
everyone
dab
here
on him.
knows that Primrose is the worst, but nobody wants to admit it.
Listen, Primrose is the content creator.
You aren't wrong.
What restaurant do you think would sponsor Gisarma?
White Castle?
Okay, yeah, that's a great.
Yeah, I could see that.
example.
Primrose is winning now, okay. Mamgar, it's funny that you use the term content creator.
She creates lots of content. She would be an Instagram influencer.
Yeah, she would be.
Sponsored
think
by
of-
Taco Bell.
What do you think her Snapchat handle would be?
Wait, who are you referring to? Haunted?
Primrose.
Primrose. Desert Queen 94.
She strikes me as the type of
Okay,
person.
Octopath Bathwater was also pretty close.
Oh my god.
Strikes me it would be like Revenge for Eva, but she'd be the type of person to use a 4 instead of an A in their handle.
Should probably put an X at the start too.
Yeah.
Lowercase for sure.
And Ever would be EVAR.
She's also the type of person to go to a Taco Bell, get a black coffee, then leave.
I didn't know those kinds of people existed.
Alright, we're just dropping my quarry crest here. This is where Cyrus's chapter 2 is. Just here to move the story along and then leave.
Quarry Crest is great. There's lots of soul stones in it, but you need Tressa to get them, and we don't have Tressa, so.
What would even be in a Taco Bell coffee? I'm sure they'd make it a 7-layer coffee somehow.
7-layer coffee dip.
I always find it funny that you can scrutinize this guy from down below here. I'm gonna yell at you for information from below you.
They probably have like a Baja Blast flavored coffee too.
Baja Blast flavored coffee.
So a gamer energy drink, Mountain Dew infused coffee.
So there's some like pretty serious stuff happening in town for the story.
Yeah, people
Yeah,
are being
basically.
abducted or something.
Yeah.
People are going
just ditching
abducted.
him. Feels bad.
Nobody
They're not
can
involved.
figure it out.
Just gonna go grab the thief shrine, as I have a sneaky suspicion that Therion's not gonna be in the party.
And if not, then you have an extra thief.
Yeah.
I get it. It's sneaking suspicion because it's a thief. Yeah. It's funny.
Hilarious.
Epic.
Dabs.
Where's the air horn? Whoever
I
the
don't know if you
research.
should play that on stream.
Yeah. It's probably not very ear friendly.
No, it's probably not.
It's supposed to be a comfy atmosphere.
Is it?
Yeah, people are getting abducted. This isn't supposed to be comfy.
We're also talking about cursed sponsorships. But the real question I have for the Octopath community in general is, who would Subway sponsor?
Hmm.
That's a
I'd
very
take
good
Kit.
question.
They'd sponsor Kit.
Kit is basically the Jared of Octopath.
Hold on.
Hold up. Ophelia is the last. So is Ophelia leading then? Is that what I'm hearing?
I
Alright.
wonder who would be responsible for that.
Hmm.
It wasn't me this time. I promise.
Alright then, so... Looks like
Oh,
I'm gonna be
damn.
tagging every overworld town. At this rate. We're approaching Honnet, though. I'm gonna be freeing Honnet from her forest prison soon, so probably just got a couple minutes.
Not a lot of time left before the big rabbit.
I think
Let's see.
there's a period of time when there's talk of there being a category of running laps around the first loop, the inner loop of towns in Octopath.
Oh my god.
How fast you could do it.
I mean, isn't that all
5K
the
marathon.
chapters?
Yeah, it's basically AFC except you just run laps. And it'd be like 5 laps or something.
Well, wouldn't the... Like, does the lap start whenever you say so? Because you could just, you know, go get the spurning ribbon and then just lap.
I don't know. There wasn't very much talk on it for whatever reason.
Hmm.
I can't imagine why.
I can't.
But you've
either.
almost run a whole lap, so I think you're running for world record.
Victory shall be mine.
Oh man, I got away. I'm debating to pick up the Dancer's Shrine anyway, just for the hell of it. For unknown reasons.
I mean,
I
you
mean,
need
Ophelia
it.
could also be a dancer.
Yeah? It'll probably end up being my thief, but... But,
She would never be one. The church won't allow it.
Are you
Yeah,
sure?
it goes against the lore.
Beest thy will. What next?
Alright, 8-hit Rain of Arrows, here we go. On it, you're letting me down here.
Well, the real question is, will Hana die? Did you remember to unequip the magnet?
I think not.
Nope.
No.
Every time.
Forgot to use a block card. That's pretty unfortunate.
Hana unfortunately dies every time. Not every time, but she always dies when it's inconvenient.
Hanan is a block card for all the other party members.
Have a taste of this.
I think I can just throw an M here, we'll find out. Together. Nope, that's not enough.
What
But
next?
welcome to Gasarma, he's dummy thick.
Try and this.
Kasarma's the gremlin knob of Octopath.
I honor
I
thee,
could
my
see
lord.
that. Alright. Who is my fourth character? Primrose.
Ooh.
Alright, I don't have
Spicy.
to... I don't have to go to the Dancer's Shrine after all, since we're just gonna get a Dancer. Well, rip my bid for the, lap around Ring 1 record.
So
Unfortunate.
Let's see.
it wouldn't work anyway because nobody's ever gone between the path between Haunted and Ophelia. Who would do that?
Yeah, it just occurred to me that I don't have a light L anymore, so I'm just gonna go to the Everhold area and pick one up. And then the goodies that come with that. And I can grab the Runeblade Shrine too.
Yeah, light L plus medium kills them. Or just breaking them, but that's hard and annoying.
You know, every time I've tried to do stuff like that in Fiesta, I just end up paying for it. In one
He's-
form or another.
He's no joke. Elganish is a big jerk. That's why we kill him.
He also just sits on the chair. Like you don't even matter. Just like another character in this game.
Hmm.
Oh, it's just racing.
Yeah.
Fun fact, people don't actually know this, but Helganish is actually the chair.
Just like Werner is actually the horse. Oh my god, just go over there.
And Lucia actually has the entire 16-inch deep dish pizza to herself.
Excuse me, it's 18 inches?
I'm being reminded of all
At least
these
not a Costco pizza.
all these food memes.
It's just mostly just collecting items, wandering around, going to town so we can work to them later. There's a bit of downtime in the run, and then it starts to pick up once you actually collected the items and the money you need to play the game.
Yeah, in the longer categories, we used to race these all the time, and
Let us begin.
You see
because
the
the first hour of the game is just collecting items
I
and
think not.
I am ready.
resetting to Whistlewood. We'd talk about food a lot,
The Cursed Galdi weekly.
and that's fun. Too many.
Time for the main
It's not as cursed though as the All Side Stories weekly.
The battle is truly
It's the all achievements weekly.
When is All Achievements, Gemma?
Let
Oh,
my
we
arrow
already did
fly
that.
in truth. Try and this.
But when is it again?
I honor thee, my queen.
Elganish is like one of the weakest.
Yeah, he
Or-
has
or-
very little HP. He has 4,500, which is like the lowest.
Alright. My money's decent right now. We can start doing chapter 2s, I think.
Also,
Alright. Oh, go ahead, Mamgar.
you had Therion this morning, right?
I don't think I did.
That means Therion and Alphen are the only ones who didn't get picked today.
Alphen and Therion, I think, were in the Valuethon run. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I had Therion.
So then Alphen is unpicked for Fiesta in a marathon setting. Poor
Oh, no, Alphen got picked in the first one.
Alphen.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Alright, I'm actually going to kill an encounter here. I'll hopefully kill an encounter. Oh, wait. You know what could spawn in here? I just realized I haven't escaped the salamander yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The Salamander's
It's a super rare
traditionally...
encounter, though. The salamander is the rare encounter of this area.
How did I get all the way here and grabbing both those items? Oh, it's our boy!
Are you gonna go for
There he
BG
is.
and Gideon? I hope you are.
I am. Alright.
Victory, my friends.
I think the community is gonna be happy.
See, Mamgar, I told you this thing appears in Cyrus runs.
I've never gotten an encounter inside of here. Ignoring the fact that I only did like 7 Cyrus runs.
In Galdi, we just blast anything we see away. So
flex harder.
Yeah, basically.
I could have killed that encounter with a, with a soul stone too. That's kind of disappointing because the Undertale encounter doesn't let me kill it with a stone. It like leaves it with like 30 HP. Speaking of which,
I have DM'd you the Megalovania Wii Shop channel mix, so
Sorry.
all right, hold
Yes.
on. Good music to die to.
I'm glad that you're just leaving it on.
Oh my god, I'm gonna die again.
It really sums up this situation well.
Well, I'll just make it not the active window so we can just listen to just the music.
You're gonna have a bad time.
You know, we might have to loop it a second time at this rate. We'll keep it going until this is done. Taking off evasive maneuvers so I'll get the encounter faster. The hell are those things?
Those are slugs.
I apparently got.
Oh yeah, those are the rare encounter.
Can I even kill it?
No, you can't kill
Yeah.
it. I don't think.
They are weak to dagger and light.
Nothing that a couple extra soul stones can't fix.
Because light is white and so is salt. It makes
Alright.
sense.
I think that's like icky slugs.
Something like that. Alright, Cyrus isn't gonna do anything, is he? I guess I can make him the feed.
Unfortunately, Cyrus isn't very useful against most of his bosses.
Oh yeah, I'll have to put EM back on after the fight. Alright, so there's...
It's okay. You might have more than one attempt. I don't know what
that's
that
true.
would
Do you not have confidence here?
I don't know what on earth you could possibly do that would make you have a chance of
Confidence.
losing this, but
Is my middle name.
I don't know what you could be talking about.
Coming, if thou darest. Better than a snare.
I
honestly,
almost...
this would be pretty.
Nope.
This experience would be a good experience to listen to
BG,
Megalovania too.
BG, BG, BG.
Yeah, there are skeletons in this fight, so
That isn't quite the
Arrow flying true.
Oh geez, can Haunted not break?
That was actually a pretty good BG.
That wasn't bad. Oh, she can break,
That
okay.
wasn't what you need.
Yeah.
She can break. Gideon has really high evasion for some reason.
Yeah. I think I'm probably, yeah, I'm dead here. Oh well.
hey, remember that time when Jello got XP times 100 in the Galdera run?
No, I don't.
Much to learn.
Oh, you should really watch the clip of that. It's really funny.
The epic XP times 100, JP times 5 on the final boss.
Yeah, if
All right,
if you
so-
got- it would have been a reset.
Does anybody want to explain what I'm actually trying to do here?
Yeah, so Bewildering Grace gives you a bunch of random effects, and one of these random effects is a JP multiplier. It just so happens that Gideon gives you exactly enough JP that if you hit the right multiplier times 5, you have enough to learn the skill Hang Tough. What Hang Tough does is it makes it so that you can't die in one hit if you're at a high enough HP threshold.
I think not.
I am ready.
and it is very easy to manipulate that ability.
Let in my arrow.
Well, unfortunately, it's not easy to manipulate Bewildering Grace, though.
Oh boy. Well, this is something.
Better than a snare.
I hit the wrong person with that.
It is the official strat used in Cyrus single story, unless you don't want to use it in the backup story.
Yeah, this strat was probably my worst contribution to the Octopath community.
It was bound to happen eventually.
Probably.
Thankfully, this is like one of the only places where it's actually useful. Outside of some of the longer categories.
Okay, this is a good start.
That was the giant fist.
Somebody get me that clip. I got silenced.
What was the first thing it gave you? I wasn't looking.
Oh, it was enveloped in mist. So I got
That's
silenced. Alright, so I'm gonna try this like 5 times, and if I don't get it, I'll just go grab HP items in Flame or in Saints Bridge.
Ooh, boo this man. Boo this man for marathon safety.
Better than a snare.
I mean, if people want to sit here for like half an hour watching me do this, I mean,
I don't object. I mean, the marathon organizers might, but like,
I think when I was originally routing this strategy, it took me like 50-something attempts to get it on my very first attempt, and then when I actually like did it on stream, it took me like 3 tries.
I think my worst ever time with it was over an hour trying to get it. At the point in time, I had taken so long on this fight that I could have done another Cyrus in the time it took me to actually get it during the fight.
well,
I think it's roughly like a 7% chance that 7 to 8% chance that you'll
Yeah,
get
it's
it
a-
on any given.
not
I mean,
getting-
you also don't want to get any like the really bad effects as well.
Yeah, so it's a little less.
Oops, not that. My items are like all out of whack right now. Good night, Honnet.
Yeah, so this guy, he does the same thing every turn. The second turn, he hits somebody on the head and kills them, and then the third turn, turn, I can't talk. I don't know why. The third turn, he always uses Hands of Darkness, which kills everyone. Unless you got lucky with your BG and you got Reflective Veil on the party, which will reflect it back at them.
It's pretty convenient because like that's usually like the end of the line for VGing as well, so it lets you restart the fight pretty quickly.
Yeah. By the way, what's my current time at on the stream?
I think it's like 46 minutes.
Alright.
See ya, Pep.
This time for sure.
This one will be the one. His light weakness got exposed by Steady Shadow, so you know it's gonna be the one.
I am ready. How
This guy just sucks in general. The only thing he does on the first turn is he summons ads and locks his weaknesses, so it's faster to just kill him with 2 bets. He's like the unique chapter 2 boss that I need 2 bets for. Maybe Ulrich needs more. If you get really lucky, sometimes everybody goes before him and you can break him on the first turn.
I don't think I've had that happen.
I've had it happen in Galdi once, and then it took me longer to finish the fight because I had to throw everything at him.
Let in my arrow fly and true. Using this.
I think Primrose really do a lot of damage, don't they?
Yeah. Good night, Honnet.
Got a lot of times too.
Yeah, not getting the times 5, unfortunately. Oh well. I'm dead again, as is tradition.
The times 2 is much more common than the times 5. I believe the ×5 is a 2% chance every time you use the ability. Or for every instance of the ability. If you boost it, you get more instances of the ability.
I believe the official Octopath guidebook released by the devs actually like lists the probabilities of each effect happening, which is pretty cool.
Better than a
So people like actually know the exact probabilities of any given effect happening.
I'm ready.
All
It'd
right.
really,
Oh, go ahead.
it'd be really funny to see like the weaken to 1 HP and then the ground explodes right now.
It's gonna happen right now. The axe weakness got exposed by Steady Foe, so this is how you do superstition on this fight.
This is like Terry Carlos.
Now, this is kind of an awkward turn order, so I'm just gonna assume that BG is gonna go off here.
If thou
Hmm. Hmm.
I will not
Oh.
deny prey.
Well,
Mm.
that was like the word. That was a pretty bad combination there.
I mean, it could be worse. You could have died
Yeah, I could have died.
instead of.
Hey, dying would have been time saved though.
You're right.
All right, I'm gonna give it one more try, and if I don't get it, then I need to just.
This will be the one for sure.
Yeah. If I don't get the JP ×5 or whatever I need, then I need to go buy HP items so we can move this along.
So the reason why we're doing this is because Hang Tough isn't just a useful ability, it's literally required. You need some sort of survivability for the final boss. And for the boss before that. There's just too much damage. You either need to tank it with lots of HP, or you need to be able to withstand a hit.
Letting my arrow
This
fly
is
and
the reason why this happens in this story, in Cyrus's story, not any of the others, because a lot of the others you can play around the boss killing people. In this one, they just kill everybody, and you can't play.
What is the logical course of action? It's just this. It's just occurred to me that I need to go pick up the Cleric Shrine too, so... Mm-hmm.
letting my arrow fly. Letting my come.
Alright.
I still have
Bewildering Grace, unfortunately, didn't cooperate, so I'm just gonna kill him the normal way. Like I'm supposed to. Oh, the quote-unquote normal way.
Yeah, there was no grace this time around. There was only bewilderment.
I cannot.
Feels bad.
Feels bad, man.
Letting my arrow fly and better than a snare. I am ready.
Kinda wish I had a palm M instead of an L here, but we'll deal.
Victory. I think not. This should
Oh my god.
no.
Well,
Is on.
That Mr. Bones is really in bed.
yeah, no, this is actually kind of bad. I might have to
My
break
arrow
him.
fly and true. I am ready.
This should give us a
Your chances of breaking seem to be pretty decent at least.
I still have
Letting the hunt.
It's... yeah.
Holding back nothing.
the battle is true.
Alright.
I don't think Mercs can miss.
I'm ready.
No, it has too high accuracy.
Yeah, Mercs is insane. Like, I've never seen that miss.
Ah, why do you go last?
Mostly all of the hired help abilities, they do actually have stats. They're pretty high stats. They don't really miss
He's
until...
he's broken, so you should be able to kill him anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Normally you kill with corrosive.
We're good.
He actually has, like, not a lot of HP. It's just that throwing a vet at somebody while they're not broken doesn't do a lot of damage.
Alright, so I'm gonna need a little more money than I was planning for, so... I'm gonna need to do a little bit more running around. Plus, I just remembered I need to pick up the Cleric Shrine anyway, so... Since we're gonna do, good old Reflex strats for Lucia. Oh well. That was a fun little exercise in Bewildering Grace. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
8% of the time it works every time.
I wonder if we'll get the Mamgar encounter.
On the spaghetti screen.
Yeah.
Okay, first off, how dare you?
And second off, is this another one item list?
Yes, actually.
Okay.
You're catching on.
Can someone debate Mamgar for one item list is actually a list?
Well, if before we debate that, we're gonna have to debate his definition of fun facts.
Well, if we want to debate here, since we were talking about food earlier, let's talk about grocery stores for a second.
Bed Bath & Beyond is a grocery store.
What is wrong with you people?
Oh no. Mamgar. Chops is using HTML on us. It's over. 0 items counts as a list. Now hold on. Doesn't there need to be items in a list for it to be a list?
That would make everything a list.
What if
I'm a
everything
list.
is a list?
I'm a list, Mamgar's a list.
Is that how we unite the world? We are all lists.
That doesn't sound like a very good message.
No. No, it doesn't, actually. Let's retcon that. Alright, I think I could use a few more palms, too.
Dang. Going for it. Can't believe 7-Eleven isn't a grocery store then.
You know, I forgot to go back to Gold Shore when I tagged it earlier, so that's another place I can get money and a few
Are you
items.
short on money?
What?
Are you short on money?
I need a little more than planned because I need 58k for the HP items.
That's not a grocery store. If I know.
Why isn't there a grocery store in Octopath that sells palms?
Listen, the pomegranate economy is in shambles. Already.
Tressa ruined it. Feels bad.
Tressa ruined it, Therian ruined it. The only way to find them is by farming them off of... I forgot what enemies drop them. Probably bats or something.
So, if a grocery store is something that has self-checkout, then Home Depot is a grocery store.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
Don't make me talk about the cactuses again.
The cacti.
Cactuses.
I can't argue with him on this.
What about Cactus and...
No!
There he is, our boy.
There
Summon.
he is, our boy.
See, Mamgar, it's real. It exists.
I am...
For this,
It doesn't exist anymore. I'm throwing the stone at it. I can't believe I got salamandered twice.
I have the sound muted, and I can hear the sound effect in my head when that appears.
Salamander is just such a good lad. He just wants to eat something. I'm pretty sure that's what it wants.
Yeah, and all we ever feed him is stones. Feels bad.
I have nobody to
Hey,
heal
second
me
try.
after this. I'm gonna have to go to the inn. So,
Wrong bracelet.
yeah, I just noticed that. uh,
And one of the nice things about Octopath is it auto saves every certain transition.
Yeah, I mean it's better that you know this now than you get to
Yeah.
that'd be
at least I'll be loaded on SP. I saw a bracelet. It's like, oh yeah, that's the one.
I've done that menu so many times that like I saw one thing wrong with it and I was like, oh, something's not right here.
And that's like the only way to get any reasonable amount of those bracelets.
But you can get them so early, and HP is like the strongest defensive stat in the game in Octopath.
I mean, defense literally just deducts 1 point per damage, and enemies usually just hit you really hard with one big attack.
Oh, is that what damage defense actually does? Like one point equals one less damage?
I don't think so. When I was doing calculations for Primrose, and by calculations I mean throwing myself at Simeon until I saw what the numbers looked like with different setup. Defense doesn't correlate like one-on-one, but there's probably someone who's going to look it up just to prove me wrong. It'll be Chops because he exists to prove me wrong.
That's an unfortunate.
Defense is kind of just not all that great. Like, it's good, but HP is much easier to increase, and it will do a lot more to help you out.
Yeah, those items I bought there, it's 500 HP per accessories, so I just gave everybody 1,000 more HP. Alright, now I'm ready to start Cyrus's Chapter 3. And a lot of Octopath runners have pretty strong opinions about Yvonne.
What's wrong with Yvonne?
Well, you see, if you repeatedly use dances on him, he'll die eventually.
Alright, so I hear that Yvonne turns pretty red. And then when he's a certain shade of red, he looks like a kind of person. Who eats Hot Pockets.
The commentators are Mamgar, Forrest, and Jello. Forrest also goes by the name Mossy Rain on Twitch. And Jello's Jello Knife E.
The E is apparently really important.
Also,
Jello Knife, last name E.
Alright, so Mamgar once told me a secret spot where a Pa Mem is. It's right here, but I was lied to. It's just a bone.
Get boned.
Which, by the way, if you don't pick up that item there, you miss it. It's one of the few chests you can miss that I'm aware of.
Yeah. Further proof that this is just Undertale.
I can always bring up the song again. Yeah, here's the actual Palm M in all of its glory. It's not a bone.
I don't know why you had such a hard time finding that.
Wow, that encounter was early. So yeah,
If-
this is another reason why Chapter 3 is kind of a thing.
I'm ready.
It's a moderately sketchy screen. It's a pretty sketchy boss. It's not pleasant. Yvonne is basically... You have to hope that nobody uses an AoE attack, because if they do, it's very difficult to recover from it, and it usually means you lose the fight.
I am sorry.
And then on top of that, Yvonne could also double tap, or you could also get double tapped on that, which isn't the end of the world, but it's annoying to say the least.
The good news is that if you can actually get past the first couple turns, Yvonne is very easy to scrape out a win.
Also, I forgot to grab the Palm M, but it shouldn't matter.
I cannot.
Alright. Let's see if things behave. Well, things aren't behaving.
It's already up to a bad start, I see.
Yeah, I don't think this fight's winnable.
I am sorry.
It's very much in the vein of...
I've seen fights won in spite of Tornado before, but they like need to be
I cannot.
perfect
have
turn
that-
orders.
good turn orders. You need to have good
I am ready.
for 5 turns.
Oh,
Have at you.
I think I want to do the break on the next turn.
Think not. Now, what next?
Also, those ads that the boss has, or the ads that the boss has, are actually pretty tanky. They have 15 HP each.
No. Use this.
Also, I learned on El Magus' stream the other day that Dagger can miss Yvonne.
Trying this. I'm ready. You like that?
I think Dahlia has said that Dagger is the least accurate weapon.
How about this?
Also,
I have no idea the veracity of that claim, but
A gift.
a lot of time people will actually use the merchant hired help dancers for dagger hits on him.
Coming, if thou darest.
Crazy that these ads have almost as much HP as Simeon's ads.
Interesting dilemma.
let's see here. I need to get. Yeah. Let's just do this.
I am ready.
I'm gonna have to do another break, just because things. But oh well, that's actually fine.
I am ready.
Good news is, Yvonne is one of these bosses where when he unbreaks, the only thing he does is puts his shield back. He doesn't actually attack. It's pretty easy to chain break when you take your time.
I am ready.
I've just realized Haunted can't do anything in this fight.
As is tradition. A lot of characters are literally just bodies to use a couple of items with. Hana will get to show her worth in the next fight.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It would be very difficult to do the next fight without her.
Hey, look, a dagger missed.
If thou
Looks
darest.
like I'm throwing dancers. Unless, oh, I have one of these. Haha!
What is the logical course of action? Think not. Now. Have at you.
Valuethon's got those trademark glowing red eyes, and that's how you know he has a light weakness, because he's evil.
I am ready.
Ignore the fact that there are lots of evil-looking enemies that aren't weak to light.
Yeah, this is officially a Cyrus solo. These dancers in your bun.
Yeah.
With each battle, I grow stronger.
Alright, so... Looks like I either need to fit a collect in on Lucia or pick up another 30k somewhere.
Are you grabbing all, like, 70k in the ruins?
Well, I don't have Therion, so I can't get that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You know, I haven't been to, Duskbarrow yet, actually. Oh, you know, I tagged Grandport and didn't even get the money there, so I can just do that. That'll get the rest of the money that I need pretty easily. Also, we're gonna pet this dog here. Hey, look at how good this dog is. Or, you know, whatever the equivalent of Cyrus petting is.
He's ruthlessly questioning the dog to find out what it knows. What's your name? Where did you come from?
Alright, we're on to Cyrus's last chapter. I guess Primrose can be my cleric.
She won't have too much to do during that fight.
Yeah. Don't forget to buy a lot of grape bunches.
Yeah, I doubt I'm going to be able to do it in the same number of turns as the regular route.
Yeah, you're gonna need a good amount of grape bunches. Because I don't think anyone in your party can heal more for significant.
No one's got the elemental defense for that, which I didn't know that elemental defense influenced healing until I started speedrunning this. I just assumed Ophelia was better at it, but I mean, she probably has the stats to back that up.
I think it says that in one of the training sections. I don't remember for sure.
The extra money for grape bunches will be nice too.
Do you have Shacklefell?
Do what?
Do you have Shacklefell?
Not yet. I was going to teach everything before I went through.
Yeah.
But, you know, we're going to keep that bone as a souvenir. Buy some. Oh, you know, I probably need one more vets also for good measure. Actually, there's money. There's 20k I can pick up. Never mind. What am I thinking? Alright, we figured out the bop it. Alright.
These are some pretty hard logic puzzles Cyrus has to solve.
Took me a good while casually, I think.
It's a good thing that he went to school for this.
You know, this was a lost ruins just sitting in the middle of the town, and the way to get in was just to turn the doorknob.
You know, when you put it like that, it sounds a lot worse.
Yeah, but that's probably what it is. They say twist the button, but
I taught the wrong Veil move.
Oh, did you teach the one that gives elemental defense up?
Yeah, for some reason I don't think that's gonna be enough. Well, now I gotta do the whole buy and sell again. Oh well, thankfully, like Mamgar mentioned earlier, there's autosaves everywhere, so...
It's very hard to actually mess up.
Like, the worst instance I can think of is Hanet's single story after the dragon.
Yeah, so fun fact, getting story lined away or teleported through cutscenes, the magic of cutscenes, doesn't actually make an autosave. From the end of Hanet's Chapter 3 boss all the way into her final Chapter 4 dungeon, there isn't a single screen transition. So if you die on the first screen of her Chapter 4 dungeon, you'll go all the way back to her Chapter 3.
oh, actually, yeah, that sounds vaguely familiar.
And her Chapter 4 first screen is actually a dangerous screen. It's a screen you can get encounters and die on, so it's great.
I'm grabbing Inner Strength for Primrose. That increases the maximum SP of the character. And after having SP problems in the previous run, I did say I don't want that to happen again. How are we on time right now?
1:15.
Oh, really? Dang. The Bewildering Grace did more than I thought. I think my original estimate for this was 130, and that was assuming Ulbrich won. So I think I lowered it down to 120 with the caveat of 130 if Ulbrich won. But who would have thought I would have done Bewildering Grace?
Well, Ulbrich came in second, so that's technically winning.
That's kind of winning.
You got picked, unlike some people.
Yeah, getting picked is winning. That means you're top 50%.
Well, the Lucia fight is quite long, so...
Yeah, Lucia is a very special final boss. And there's even more at play with the mechanics of the fight than you'd think just by looking at it. Normally when a boss has high shields, it's like 8 shield or 10 shield, and that's considered a lot. Well, Lucia has a 30 shield. And while her shield is up, she has damage resistance, so she takes less damage from attacks.
Oh, by the way, Lucia can't go first.
Let's pour one out for our boy Jack. Some sweep action.
I need either Cyrus or Ulbrich to go before Lucia, otherwise it's death. As I need to apply Shackle Foe or Hired Help Mercenaries. Hey, Ulbrich lives somehow.
He just do that sometimes.
You just do that. In fact, I think I really need oh, actually no, it doesn't matter. I was thinking of the BG strats for this fight.
There's BG strats for that fight?
Oh, if you got the BG.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say,
Yeah.
what madman thought of this while I was not paying attention?
Is your strength flagging?
I am ready.
So mercenaries reduce physical damage by 33%?
We're safe now.
I think it's a 50% buff.
Yeah, so you take 33% less. And then Shacklefoe does it like another, makes her do like another third less damage. So all in all, she's
I
doing
am ready.
about half damage.
We're safe.
Victory shall be mine. Come if you
I need to
Come in
apply
if
a
thou
palm.
darest.
How many reflective veils do you usually go for?
Just one on each.
Oh, that's usually enough.
Using
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. To compensate for her ridiculous amount of armor and for her damage resistance, Lucia actually has the least HP out of every chapter 4 boss.
How about this?
Game balance.
What
If you don't count the first form of Simeon, I wouldn't count that as a separate boss. To be quite frank.
Yeah, because it's easier. It's easier than all the other bosses, right? Smiling face.
We're safe.
Yeah, smiley face.
No, not. Yes, that. What am I thinking?
Fortune favors the prepared.
So yeah, I have Inside Up to draw all the attacks from Lucia, and then Sidestep to dodge attacks. So
Yeah, she
All Ripple
only
been taking damage for a while.
She has actually like a scripted pattern that she always does every single fight. And it just mixes a bunch of single target attacks and AoE attacks, so the healing is important.
And right now she only does physical attacks, so
Let the
sidestep
hunt
works.
begin.
The other really nice thing about Lucia is you might notice that she has a lot of physical weaknesses. She is weak to every physical weapon except for staff, which means Cyrus can't actually break her with his base kit. It's actually kind of funny, she hard counters him.
let's see here. I'm gonna have to reapply stuff.
Yeah, all
here.
your buffs
We're
were up.
safe.
This game.
Yeah.
Now then, my blade is unbound. Fortune favors the prepared.
Letting my arrow. Huh.
I'll just
Better than
go all out on this just to not have to think about it.
Is your strength flagging? Too slow.
You'll go all out just this once.
Yes.
You do have mercs, by the way.
Yeah. I'll bring it up soon.
It doesn't matter this turn because she does do single targets. I don't know how I still remember her. Attacker.
Yeah.
Stay strong.
You know, when you play the same game for a very long time, I suppose it just sticks, doesn't it?
So reflective veil, the thing you put one of on each character reflects like one spell,
Too slow.
and she only does physical now. But after she gets broken,
I am ready.
she'll transition to only doing magic attacks. So
Stay strong.
we're just prepping for that.
What is the logical course of action?
We'll just...
And it's especially important because with only one vet, your damage output against her is pretty
If
limited.
thou darest. Rain and arrows up on.
Only one merchant, I mean.
The blade is unbound.
yeah.
Fortune favors the prepared. Too slow. Too slow.
Alright, we're getting there.
Now then,
One more insight here.
I am ready.
an interesting dilemma.
Does she sweep again? I forget.
How about
Might as well.
I think it's too far into the turnover for
Letting
Yeah.
my arrow fly in
me
true.
to remember anything.
Okay, yeah. He goes with Bornholberg. This is fine.
too slow? Too slow.
Alright.
Letting my arrow fly in true.
I have a palm. Oh, yes, I do. Alright.
Rain and arrows up on me.
Yeah, this turnover is pretty favorable.
Yeah, I might have had to use another turn if it didn't work out this way. Nice incidental jerk with the wrong weapon that I forgot to swap to.
The blade is unbound. A gift for
Now we just throw soul stones. Lots and lots of soul stones.
I am ready. Stay strong.
The battle my way is
Alright, and here's where Reflective Veil comes into play. Everybody survives here.
I am ready.
And then sends some of it back.
Stay strong.
It's very cool how it actually reflects the damage type that she was dealing back.
a gift for
What next? Try and this.
So her damage reduction while she has shields up still applies to this form. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah. Alright.
30%.
Hey.
First try.
Now for the biggest hot new Cyrus speed tech.
2019 strats.
Yeah, Cyrus is actually my favorite Fiesta, because the Lucia fight's pretty interesting, I think. I think with, even if you have Ulbrich in your party. If I didn't have Ulbrich in the party, or Tressa, then, I would have had to put an Apothecary in the party to, resist, to put up whatever the skill is called that, protects from status.
Yeah, because she can inflict unconscious with her attacks, and it's a nasty debuff.
By the way, the hot 2019 speed tech was that warping to Duskbarrow instead of walking all the way to this mural here.
Cyrus is the only single star that actually has to do stuff after killing his final boss.
Yeah, so we're almost done here. What could it mean?
Sans Undertale.
But of course.
And time. Sorry, I didn't warn you.
Comes at you fast in these runs. GG.
Good run.
This was 126 even, I'll take it. Especially since, like, probably about 10-15 minutes of that was doing Bewildering Grace or doing the cleanup after not getting Bewildering Grace.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that's for Traveler Fiesta with Cyrus and no Tressa or Therion. But that was a pretty good run, all things considered, I think. But that's all we got here. I don't remember what's next. I know a Kirby run is after mine. I don't think that's the next one, but enjoy the rest of the marathon, and I hope you have the success you're looking for.